In modern athletics, it is not uncommon to find athletes who are paid or are worth astonishing amounts of money. Take for example, Micheal Jordan, with an estimated net worth of $3 billion. But did you know that almost 1900 years ago, there was an athlete whose career earnings triumphed Micheal Jordan's net worth by over 5 times? One man who earned enough in his career to payroll the Roman army at its height for over 2 months, or enough money to purchase nearly 8 of the most lavish Roman villas. But who was this legendary Roman athlete, and how did he become history's highest paid athlete? However, before we look into the history of Diocles, let's briefly cover Roman chariot racing. Chariot racing was very popular in ancient Rome, and was broken down into 4 factions. The whites, which stood for Zephyrus, the reds for Mars, the greens for Mother Earth, and the blues for the sky or the sea, with each faction boasting supporters that triumph any from the modern era. Factions were allowed to enter a maximum of 3 chariots in each race, which consisted of usually 7 laps, with charioteers commanding anywhere from 2 to on occasion 10 horses, with the events being held in racing circuits across the empire, most famously Rome's Circus Maximus. Now onto Rome's famous and wealthiest athlete. Diocles, or Gaius Appius Diocles, was born in the Roman province of Lusitania in 104 AD, and was born either a slave or into a family of freedmen, and began his career as a chariot racer at the young age of 18, making his first racing debut at the age of 20, most commonly racing quadrigae, or with 4 horses. And much like modern athletes, Diocles chose his events and teams based on what would garner him the highest winnings and fame, which often found him competing in single races, where winning was down to the skill and, well, chance of a single racer rather than numerous from the same team. It is believed that Diocles chose these events specifically as the prize money was most likely the highest. Likewise, it was common to see Diocles competing in specialty events such as the Pompa Circensian, a very prestigious race which he won 110 times. Diocles' overall record was 1,462 wins out of 4,257 races, with 1,438 places, which was not an exceptional number amongst charioteers. But despite this, his ability to entertain and ultimately follow where the money went aided in Diocles becoming wealthy by any standards. In a whole, Diocles' career found him racing for several factions, beginning with the whites for 6 years, then the greens for 3, and concluding with the reds for 15, ultimately comprising an exceptionally lengthy career of 24 years. So now you know who he is, but how much did he actually make? And what did this look like in ancient Rome? Diocles' career earnings was comprised of 35,863,120 sestertii, or just shy of 9 million denarii, which was substantial by any means. For visualization, that's around 18 townhouses in the Roman suburbs, or the entrance fee to a Roman bathhouse for over 98,000 years, or if he was inclined enough to have created the Roman version of the Blackwater PMC. As far as conversion goes, it is speculated and debated that these earnings are equal to around $15 billion in our modern era, which really reveals the scale that Diocles' wealth was on. Ideally, however, he didn't spend his earnings on an unnecessary mansion. But that does prompt the question, what did he spend his wealth on? Well, some land in the town of Praeneste, and well, that's all we really know. The legendary athlete retired at the age of 42, which was rare for any charioteer, and then it is speculated that he died not long after. Anyways, that's all I have on history's highest paid athlete. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, consider liking and subscribing to be notified when I post future videos. If you have any questions on this video, feel free to comment, and I'll see you in the next video.